Welcome to the 30-day challenge for prayer. This is day number 15, so we've gotten halfway through. It's interesting kind of thinking about how this is going halfway through. I haven't been seeing a lot of comments or things, but I do know some people are valuing the process and kind of following along with me. I'm curious to see if anybody has improved their habits by this or not. So if you have, if it's been encouraging, or if you've been improving your habits of being in prayer, being encouraged to spend some time in the Word, just let me know and share with each other. Today I didn't have any specific topics taken from a sermon, but as maybe some of you know, there was a bombing that took place, by the U.S. into Syria to take out one of their air bases that was used to launch some chemical weapons against their own people, I believe, if I understand it right. I don't like to get very terribly political, but I think it's just important that we pray for our country and pray that they would be wise in how they engage other situations around the world. Policing the nations or whatever is kind of tricky, but protecting people and their kind of rights or freedoms is kind of important. So it's all very sticky. So let's just pray for the country, the U.S., and also pray for Syria and what's going on over there a little bit, and we'll move on to a couple other things too. Father, I want to start off by praying for our nation, our country's leaders. Ask that you would be with the president and his cabinet and the military officials and Congress and all the people that are involved in decision making in our nation. I ask that you would help them to be wise, to make decisions that affect the world in a positive way. And while there are certain instances where actions and military actions are important or needed, I ask they would just be following what you would have them do. And I know they're not named as a faith-based organization, they're named as a governmental office or several offices, but I ask that you would guide them in a divine way. You would encourage and direct their votes and their decision making. God, I want to ask for the nation of Syria, that you would help them to right their wrongs. I imagine there are possibly some major issues in their leadership if they're willing to bring destruction on their own people. And so I ask God that you would intervene in that situation, that you would allow those people their rights to have safe and healthy lives. And I know it's devastating the region. I know it's devastating the world to have people fleeing and flying everywhere. But individually with those people, it's devastating their lives. So I ask God that you would intervene in those lives, keep people safe as they're just running from destruction. I ask that hospitality in the region would be welcoming, and I ask that even our country would be part of that. And of course, there's all kinds of politics that go with it. But I know your word tells us to be hospitable and to take in the wandering lost person who's in need. So I ask that you would help us to be wise in how we do that. I know that's a sticky situation itself, but help us to be wise in how we help other countries in other situations. Well, I'm going to go ahead and spend some time reading the Word, continuing on along in Romans. All right, so that's the end of day 15. We're halfway through with the 30-day challenge. So I thank you for joining me, and I hope it's encouraging for you. Please, of course, comment and share if you're praying for our country as well. All right, AC, go ahead and send us out.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
Gators.